Boom! Hello. We still have an ad break rolling, but that's okay. It's all good. Hello, Tink. I see you there. Well, I don't actually see you. I just see you. There you are. Hello. What's crack? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome on into the stream. Hopefully everybody's good today. Are we good? We are multi-streaming all over the show today. It genuinely looks like we are live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube vertical, not horizontal. Well, YouTube vertical and horizontal. It's all good. We're good, dude. Hi, Claire. How's it going? I'm just pinching my nipples. Don't know why I'm doing that. Hi. Hello. Welcome on in. Glad to finally see stream. Yes, a rare evening stream these days. On the last time we were streaming. What day were we streaming the last time? Was it Tuesday? On the yesterday we streamed some Satisfactory, and I got the Plastic Factory working, and I'm really happy about that. We can move on to stage 2. Hello, Loot Llama over on YouTube. We did stuff, and I forget what we did, but we did it. That's what's important. We did it. We got the plastic and the oil running, so I've got to put some generators on, and then we're flying from there. You know, not generators. It's generators. Maybe it is generators. We'll figure it out. You know, we'll get it sussed out at some point. Hi, Weavon. Hi, Twitch. What's the crack? What's happening? Hi, Twitch. Hi, Zero. Hello, what's the crack? What's happening? What's going on? All good in the hood? You know it. You're good. How are you? How was your stream? Anything exciting happening? Anything awesome going on? Oh, dear. You're lurking just getting dinner? I understand. I totally get it. What's for dinner? Bridgework, you were working on bridges. Awesome. Zero raid, says Ozza legend. Thank you very much. Appreciate your face. Everything else about you. What's going on? Oh, my Stream Elements bot isn't working properly on YouTube. Oh well. C'est la vie, said the old folks. Tink wants to insult a random person. Tink, I'm not insulting you, Tink. I'm describing you. You've insulted yourself. That's terrible. We need to fix Zero's audio levels because the change to yours nearly broke my speakers. Is Zero really super quiet? Is that the problem? The way I got it, listen, when you're content creating, when you're doing streaming and stuff like that, what you've got to remember is people can always turn you down, but people have a maximum volume level. So be loud. And make sure your outputs are loud. You're always going to go there. You're probably going to go, but my music sounds really loud. It may sound loud to you, but it doesn't sound loud to the rest of your music output isn't great. Not you specifically, but that's in OBS. Music isn't loud. I'm at 1%. Well, that's because I ramp my volume up, because you can all turn me down. I'm used to being turned down. You can turn me down. But that's kind of it, you know. Oh, you have me quiet because you're watching them other people. That's what it is. You have me quiet because you're watching the other crowd, aren't you? Yeah, you are. I know it. I know it. Definitely. Bear with me. We meet again. For the first time, for the last time. Oh, dear. So, Anna-Hoozle, what are we doing today? That's a very good question. One to which I don't know the answer. I'm just trying to do a couple of things here. If people just bear with me. No. Ignore that. What the hell? Oh, dear. I've just broken something. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's the person. And then I want to. There we go. Dealt with. That's dealt with. What's happening?
Azathoth wants to insult a random person. You're the reason God created the middle finger. Tink plays as.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. How are we getting on with the weather today? The temperature is slightly better than it was yesterday. I was nearly for putting the fan on last night. I would have put the fan on last night while I was in bed, but it would have meant getting out of bed to find the fan and plug it in, you know what I mean? That wouldn't have been good. That's what we call effort in this household. We don't want to do that. Nobody wants to spend effort, you know. 28.6 degrees. Good lord, that's hot. It's very hot. Very, very, very hot. Time to climb in the icebox and shut the door. That used to be in a coal advert. They used to advertise coal on the radio. Can't remember what the coal brand was called, but it would be the coal that's too hot for Texas. That's what it was. Down to a cool 23 right now. Well, I'm here in our office, study, hobby room, whatever you want to call it, and it's hot. It's hot. I have no way of cooling the place. I might open the door and open the back window. That's what I might do. We will see. We will see. Anyway, let's get into the stream. Let's get into the game and let's see what the crack is. Let's see what's happening. What was I going to say? Do you know what? I can't remember. I can't remember what I was going to say. Bills by Zero thought Netflix was a brand of cereal. Nicely done, Zero. We're very low on the voices today, but that's okay. What was I talking about? What did you have to eat? What was dinner today? I made spaghetti bolognese. Spaghetti bolognese for dinner. And it was rather nice. It was rather nice. Today we're continuing working over here on the farm of farmingness. You had waffles, as in potato waffles or pancake-like things. We have this. This is finally working. Our carrot farm is finally working, so I'm pleased about that. You had potato waffles, very nice. Well, spaghetti bolognese and garlic bread was ours. Very, very good. Let's see. We're gonna take all of this down. We're gonna go with instead of wind power for our farms, we're gonna go with water power for our farms. That's what I want to do. I think that's a better option because I've had much more success with water power than wind power. So we'll leave wind power for a little further down the line. Because I get the feeling we're going to need like a wind farm or something. Gonna be ours cooking after working all day and then cleaning. You know, some days you just gotta eat a waffle. You just gotta eat a waffle. That's what you gotta do, Ting. That's exactly what you gotta do. So, in the last stream, I was very aware that we were too close together. All our stuff was too close together, and I wanted to move it further apart. And now I'm a bit concerned that I've moved it too far apart now. Where is my sleeping bag? Does anyone see my sleeping bag? I spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I'm doing here. You do enjoy waffles. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Everybody loves a good waffle because they're waffly versatile. Where's my sleeping bag? Is it in here? Can anyone see sleeping bag? I can't see a sleeping bag. Have I lost my sleeping bag?
Should Tinker Plays wants to insult a random person. Builds but Zero thinks high-speed internet is a type of racing game.
They did it.
Tink did it. I appear to have lost my sleeping bag. How did I do that? Why does that happen? How do we fix that? Can I make a new one? Bex made me a sleeping bag and I've just lost it. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. It's fine though. What is that emote? That emote's tiny. I can't even tell what that emote is. There we go. Okay, I have a new sleeping bag. I'm sure mine will show up. These things happen. Mine will show up. So, my next question, now that we figured out that the farms were too far apart, we want everything to basically go onto one single conveyor belt. and move down to a warehouse, or move back to a warehouse, move to a warehouse. It's going to go to a warehouse. At some point, it's going to go to a warehouse. I just don't know when. So, should I move my cactus? Basically, what I want to know is, should I have things dropping onto a conveyor belt at the center, and then going that way? Do you know what? That's probably the better idea, rather than dropping onto the conveyor belt that's going down the middle. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to define, we're going to see what's the middle point here. We go 1, 2, there we go, conveyor belt. We go 1, 2, and then down. So that's the thing. Too far apart. Yeah, sorry, too close together. Ozzy, just let me misspeak. It's a sad duck in the rain. Sad ducks in the rain are what we're all about here. Definitely. Sad ducks in the rain. Don't want to lose any part of my farm. So, right. Let's make another chute. And it's got to go here, like so. And then we've got to do a portable storage interface. And it's got to go here, like so. Okay, now we're flying. You need to cook a pizza? What's on your pizza? Tell me it's pineapple. It's got to be ham and pineapple. Or chicken and pineapple. Or pineapple with added pineapple. That's, you know, sign of a good pizza. All the pineapple. Claire, listen. You're wrong. Pineapple belongs on pizza. I will die on this hill. Absolutely. This is a hill I will die on. I don't know why I'm harvesting all this. I just I'll fix it at some point. We're gonna go now, and we're gonna go down in here and deal with this problem like a soul. Now the question is, how did we do this? I forgot. The hill that pineapple and pizza lives on. That's the hill. Okay, that hill. You know that hill? It's a tasty hill. It's a very, very tasty hill. Mechanical bearing. You're going in the stead. You're going in here instead. Clara, listen. We could argue about this until the cows come home. You're wrong. You gotta have that little bit of that little sweet juicy hit to just, you know, make it feel better. That's what you've got to do. It is a good hill. It's the best hill. All the other hills want to be that hill. You know it. I feel to be honest, Claire, that
you're mocking me, aren't you?
Oh no.
I think honestly you do. I think you do really, truly understand and appreciate the pineapple on the pizza. I think you actually, really deep down in your stomach, know that pineapple belongs in pizza. I need to make a clutch. Don't need one of them now that I got an automatic. Alright, clutch. Can I make one? I need all of this stuff. Do I have it in my inventory? I have that. And I don't have anything else, do I? Do I? I thought I did. I'm so bad at inventory management. Theo loves it. He loves the inventory management of mine. I just chuck shit together and hope it all sticks. Really. Clutch. Easy. Can't type. Can't spell the word clutch. Your arm hurts? I Don't know what to say there. What have you been doing? Boop. Oh, I can make one. There we go. Made a clutch. Excellent. Excellent. Deep down, one thing you're thinking about. How awesome pineapple on pizza is. Or, oh, you burnt your arm. Yes, I forgot. You're good. That was what we call in the industry a clever maneuver. Now, can I make a lever? I can make an analog lever. I don't want to make an analog lever. That's a waste of... It's a waste of that stuff. There we go. I want to make a digital lever. There we go. I can make it... There we go. Digital lever. See? I know what I'm doing. Honest. Big burn. Not good. Alright, water wheel. Need to make a water wheel now. Water wheel. Large water wheel. Whoa, we can make large water wheels? We do not have what's necessary to make this. So, if I put this here... Planks? Will planks do it? Water wheel. I'm gonna have to use this thing. So, you burnt the other arm? You're an idiot. Yo, Carter! What's the crack? What's happening? Welcome on in. How are things, Carter? What's going on? Not much. What's going on with yourself? We're playing some Minecraft today. Minecrafting across the universe. Barely going... What? Oh, I'm an idiot. Totally going this way. We need another plank, do we? Let's make another plank. Doop. Are you from Ireland? Yeah, I'm in the... what way do you want to put it? You north of Ireland? Northern Ireland? I am JT, one half of the content creating couple from Northern Ireland called JT and Bex. Yeah, well, whatever. Northern Ireland, the North, Ulster. I'm trying to think of other ways I could put it. I'm not fussy. I'm from wherever you want me to be. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. I've got too many cabbage seeds. Tink, you haven't not Tink, sorry, Claire, you haven't told me what you're thinking about. You're thinking about my mum? Wow. What? Okay there. Right. Thank you very much, Carter. Enjoy the rest of your day as well. You take it easy. Hopefully all goes well for you. For those of you in another part of the world, or another streaming service, I was talking to someone on TikTok. TikTok. That's right. I'm multinational now. I need a bucket of water. That's what we need. And I need to decide what way I want my stuff to go. We want the things to go this way, so the water has to go around that way. There we go. Find me my bucket. Find me my bucket. You know what thing? I really don't, Claire. Is it computer related? Don't forget us little people when you take off in TikTok. I ain't taking off in TikTok. That's never happening. It's not TikTok's. No, I don't have enough. I don't have the right qualifications for TikTok. Really, I don't even have maybe I should have a hot take for TikTok. You know, I need to sit there and rant about something to make it on TikTok. That's what I gotta do. Still very blue, aren't I? I need to fix that at some point. I need to adjust that light. Make that work. Ooh, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. Gotta shriek. Gotta shriek. Eh. Oh, I calculated, Claire. I calculated how much money I spent in driving the car over the last month. I drove 715 miles. And I spent... Hang on, wait. Hang on. I have to read it now. I have to bear with me. Bear with me. It looks like. I spent. Hang on. I'm still figuring out. I'm still finding it. Do you know what? I can't even see it now. I'm good, aren't I? I think I spent 60 quid. No, that I don't think that's right. Yeah, 60 quid. I think it looks like it was 60 quid to drive 700 miles. Which isn't bad. 60 pounds. Sorry, correction. 44. Yeah, 44.91 is what it estimated. 44.91. Well, I'd be good at what? Having a hot take? Did I just remember something I said 20 minutes ago? That's amazing. That doesn't often happen. What am I doing? I forget what I'm doing. I don't know. We're gonna use acacia planks. Yes and yes. Okay. What hot takes? I don't have any hot takes. I don't have. What is a hot take? Sandra, hello. I don't know why it's not working. Hello, Sandra. How are we today? How's life? How's work? How's things? What's going on? What's going on? Click every trip. Like that. Nope, I messed that up. You're not supposed to be there. Ah! I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm now actually gonna check that. I'm gonna check my spreadsheet after the stream and figure out if I was correct there or not, because I feel like I did something wrong in my calculations. Because I've either spent 60 or 40 quid. Either way, I think that's a good amount. You know, to go 700 miles, that's pretty good mileage, I think. That's the great thing about this car, is it can tell me how many miles I did in you know what I mean, in a month. Right. Yes. Yes. Also a barrel. A barrel should go here. And now we're ready to roll, right? I think we are. I think we're ready to roll. I think I'm wrong. Do I need... No, the water should flow. The water should definitely flow. It's turning. It's turning. Oh, it is! There we go! Hey! Look at that. I am so smart. And then we just make sure that it is actually harvesting things. We've got to put down a lot of cabbage seed. So we'll do that now. And then we can make cabbage rolls. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I know I am. I'm amazing. So, What's going on? Okay, we should. What should I have a hot take on? What should I? I mean, I can't. Obviously, pineapple on pizza would be one hot take. But maybe I should have another one. I should have something else that I'm kind of, you know, that is risky to talk about. Things that annoy me. Things that annoy me. Oh, bad driving would be one. Cyclists would be another one. Bad driving cyclists. Not all cyclists. I have to admit, not all cyclists. People who speed. Hi, Cyber Music. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy thinking of something to rant about. So that's what I'm going to be. You'd be another one. You don't annoy me. You don't. I'm not annoyed by you. Why would a person such as myself be annoyed by you? You do not annoy me. Don't you worry about that. It's all good in the hood. Look at that. We have 2 farms working here. Now I do kind of wonder if I was to set up how many water would I save material by having, like, can one water wheel power more than one farm? That's what I'm thinking. Can one water wheel power one farm, more than one farm? Point. You annoy me? I can neither confirm nor deny that. How are we doing here? Okay, we're definitely doing okay. We are sucking diesel, as they say in this country. We are sucking diesel. I am a bit annoyed that it doesn't meet in the middle in one conveyor belt. We'll have 2 conveyor belts. We'll have to. Cyber, what have you been up to lately? Anything new or exciting? Tell me something new. In the meantime, what else annoys me? People who talk in the cinema. People who use their phone on speakerphone. Was out for lunch today, or breakfast, or both. Brunch, I'll call it brunch. And the couple, and they weren't even like teenagers. They were an older couple. They were older than me, and they were on. It sounded like she was on the phone to her mum. On speakerphone, and every couple of seconds she would go, what did you say? Oh, you had a problem. What did you say? And I was kind of like, I felt like grabbing the phone and sticking it to her ear and going, you would hear much better if you stuck the phone to your ear. You know, if you, like, I don't understand. She was in the restaurant had music on, there was loads of people and it was packed out, and she was like, man, and I just like, take the phone and put it to the ear. What's that about? Someone needs to explain to me. I don't understand. I heard the greatest excuse though. For why. The kids, some of the youth of today don't want to hold the phone to their ear in case they get brain cancer. And I feel like grabbing them and explaining the exact same data is used. The same system is used whether you get voice, text message, Wi-Fi, internet. It all goes through the same circuitry. So okay, you might not want head cancer, but you could, if you're worried about brain cancer from your phone, you're now not worrying about that. You're getting hand cancer or ball cancer or other, you know. It makes no sense to me. Right, folks, old man shouts about young people. Although I'm now shouting about old people as well, because similar things. That's how it goes. You went to Ballywalter today. That's nice. All right, these two are we're sucking diesel here. What's the next thing we want to automate? I'll not worry about these farms over here yet, because one, I don't have those 2 farms yet. And these ones. I think maybe we should do tree farming. At some point, I want to make a warehouse, and the warehouse is going to go over here, and it's going to take everything, and it's going to sort everything. That is the plan. You really went off there, did you? You asked me to say something that annoyed me, or talk about that, you know, things that annoy me, and that annoyed me. It annoyed me. You know what I mean? You had fish and chips. Oh, see, I'm kind of boycotting takeaway places at the moment again because they're too expensive. I feel like they're ripping the piss a bit. To get a takeaway from some of the places around here it's a fortune. It's an absolute fortune. You know, if we're feeding a family of 5, right, and at a takeaway, we're spending over 50 quid on a takeaway, over a tenner a head these days. And it's too much money. Especially since I can go to Tesco's and spend 30 quid, which is what we did on Tuesday night. We went to Tesco's, spent 30 quid, and everyone had steak, chips, and pepper sauce. You treat yourself to a takeaway every Friday night. Your Chinese, though, you've told me before that your Chinese is pretty cheap, isn't it? Compared to the ones here. Right, automated tree farming. That's the next thing I would like to do. And I think I've got to do some land clearing for that, right? I think I have to. I also need to get... But there's part of me that's like we should do mining. There's another part that's like we should do... Oh, I don't know. You don't just get a Chinese. Well, there is also just you, Tink. On Fridays, right? Whereas we have to feed the 5,000 here. It's really expensive. I should have brought some. Oh, I did bring carrots. That's good. All right, let's make some cabbage rolls. Carrot, cabbage. Job done. Oof. Right, what else are we storing? What can we store for now that we don't need? Because there is a part of me that's like we should go digging for some iron first. We have some iron, but I'd like a little bit more because we need to make a load of this stuff here. Shaft. He's the shaft that does the shafting thing. Remind you you're alone. Okay then, I'll remind you you're alone. There you go. Yeah, we should definitely do some mining because we've got to make. I want to make a fair amount of, not just shaft. We've got to make andesite alloy. That's what we've got to do. Andesite alloy. And to do that, we need iron nuggets and andesite. So we'll do a bit of digging. It's okay, Tink. It's no problem. It's all good. All right, we're gonna stick off. Actually, no, I need iron to make the pickaxes. All by yourself. Torches. I should make torches. For that, I'm gonna need some coal. We'll do that.
Tink Plays wants to insult a random person. If you were any more inbred JT and Bex, you'd be a sandwich.
That's not true. That's not true. Crap, I don't need. I do have it. I do have this stuff as well. I should empty my inventory. Oh, good lord, this is so bad. This is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, we'll store all of that stuff for now. I will need to make more sticks though. I will make more sticks. Alright, and then I'll make a pickaxe. Like so. And I want to make another axe as well because I need a weapon while I'm down there. Let's keep rolling. I'm trying to think of other things that annoy me. Now that you said it, you're right. It is a good topic of conversation, isn't it? A good A good talking point, a hot topic, a hot take. Really?
Here's a cat fact. Cats are subject to gum disease and to dental caries. They should have their teeth cleaned by the vet or the cat dentist once a year.
Once a year? The more we know. There we go. Right, iron. You have some decent ideas sometimes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, iron. Any old iron. We'll do some mining in this mine shaft. We'll take out the iron. That's what we'll do. While I think hard about things I don't like. It's weird when you're put on the spot. When you're put on the spot like that, it is difficult to come up with things you don't like. You know. Loud barky dogs. And loud barky dog owners. That's the thing. You were smarting work too. Wow. Wow. What did you do? How smart were you? Explain your smartness to me.
Claire for UK wants to insult a random person. I'd say you're a disappointment, Claire for UK, but that would require having expectations.
Claire, that's terrible.
It's the final brain cell. Be-ni-ni-no. Ni-no-ni-no-ni. Ni-no-ni-no-no. Ni-no-ni-no-ni-no-ni.
Steve! Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hi, Steve. Hello, Steven.
What's the crack? What's happening? What's going on? So, Claire, insulting yourself. That's terrible. Took pictures of my lunch so they look good. If I waited on the woman doing it, would have looked awful. So there was a woman coming around taking pictures of lunches? Hi, it's too hot. It was boiling yesterday here. Had 6 different mains out. So this was stuff you made in work. And you took photos of it. Because someone was going to take photos of it, but they were taking too long? That makes sense. What temperature is it where you are, Steve? Right, whilst you're doing that, I will wander around here looking for iron. To report back to HR? Is HR also in charge of lunches? This is what Tank made. And then they'll go, oh, this is certainly something, Tink. 23 if you want. It's 1 billion degrees, or 23 if you want to get specific. I'd like to be specific, please. Yes, 23 is very hot. Very hot for this time of day. Very hot for this time of day. I've already checked in here. I would not like that temperature, if I'm being honest. I would find that a frustratingly annoying temperature. They said we aren't doing good enough. Listen, I'm not. They're butts. Your place of employment are a bunch of butts. I suggest you go find people that are less butt-like and more decent-like. Decent-like, you know. They're like, that's decent, and you'll be like, yes, it is. Thank you very much. You know, you almost quit on Monday. Honestly, think I've said it before. I'll say it again. I know you like the people you work for, but start looking for somewhere else. You might surprise yourself, especially with the knowledge base that you've gained now. I'd say you're in a position to do that. You know what I mean? Google says 23 and I'm in a space with no natural airflow. That's not nice. I don't like it. Cyber Music wants a compliment. God, okay, I have to do this. I have to do it. I have to. You always have the most creative ideas, Cyber Music, even if they rarely work out. And creativity is important in life, Cyber Music. The hell is that? What the hell is that? It's making loud new music. Got the day off tomorrow and it'll involve driving to pick up the son and family and then to the car dealership. Oh, why are you going back to the car dealership? Is it to get the thing fixed? And where are you driving to and from? Elaine did say I could walk into any deli. She gave me a brilliant reference. I think you should consider your options. That's friggin' loud. What turns that down? Let's find out. The music volume. Okay, it's apparently a note block. Right, it must be. What does that mean? What does a musical backpack mean? Apparently there's a chance of seeing solar flares tonight. Not solar flare, what do you call it? There's a chance of seeing the Aurora Borealis tonight. To get the GPS and phone pairing fixed. Fun times. There's a mob nearby who enjoys music on his time off. I can understand that. Where how far are you going to have to drive? I was talking to Claire. I did the Maz today, and it looks like I drove 715 miles and spent between 40 and 60 pounds doing that. I can't be 100% sure because there's a variance of basically we spent X amount more money this month than last month on electricity. We spent 66 quid more, but you've got to assume that it's not all the car. There are other things. Zombie's got a backpack with a jukebox upgrade, so I have to locate the zombie. It's very loud. To the dealership. About 10 miles away, totally about 75 miles. That's not bad. Okay. I see you, and I can't do anything about you because you're all the way over there. Is there any benefit of trying to chase down this zombie that's playing music? Hang on, wait, I've just realized I can do this. I mean, you're lovely. You're really, don't get me wrong, you're nice. You are, what are you? You are a skeleton. But I'm not interested. Might get a musical backpack. Yeah, I'm more likely to die, I think. I'm just going to avoid the music for now. I will avoid the music. I will go the other way. What were we talking about? Yeah, so I think I spent between 40 and 66 going that far. I can find out. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I use ChatGPT to do my maths for me because I'm terrible. And I give it all the figures and it says I spent $44.91 roughly to go the 715 miles, which if I'd have done it in my diesel car would have cost me £110.45. So I've saved roughly £65.50 in fuel. There we go. I don't even have the horde. I know. I don't want to summon the horde in this server. I feel like it could cause a few problems. I don't want to do that. I don't want to cause problems. Really. Would not be good. Ah! Shit! Oh, hello. Hi. Let's... There we go. Thank you for dying. I appreciate you. Iron. That's what we're here for. We're here for iron. I wonder if anyone on the server has got anything useful, like villagers for vein mining. I do, but then again, I'm a problem. Don't know how to answer that. Need a t-shirt that says I came for iron, I stayed for the musical backpack. I came, I saw, I died because of the musical backpack. I'm not going down there, that looks risky. All those spider webs. We know spider webs are risky. I actually enjoy this version of mining, like going into abandoned mine shafts, because they are a good source of easy to get ores, you know. Zach was asking about me. Was he? What was he asking? Oh, I dug straight down. You should never do that. That's very bad. Need our Discord in your... Oh, yeah, I'm reading the bot out. Never mind. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool, this is a robbery. Hello! Hi! Would you mind taking an axe to the head? That would be nice. The size of your house. He asked if it was the size of Tesco. It's not that big. No, it ain't that big. Aww, I miss him too, to be honest. We'll sort something out. Oh dear. So, anyway, let's talk about things I dislike again. People, suggest things and I'll tell you if I like them or not. I'm trying to make it on TikTok. That's why I'm asking. Size of Tesco and Express in the Orkneys, maybe. Do you know when there's people in a remote Scottish island are complaining about a hum? They're hearing the hum. And they're like, ooh, I'm going to complain to my local MP about that. We're going to stand outside the local council office and hum, to raise awareness. Right, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll make it. Teenagers? Oh, teenagers got it. Apparently we have a big problem. There's a bit of an epidemic where we live at the moment where teenagers are why is my camera like this? Where over the weekend someone had to call an ambulance for a couple of teenage girls who'd had a rather large amount to drink and were stumbling around this shopping centre, the mall that we have in town, and smacking their heads off doors and windows, and had to be they had to be rescued. Big problem. I mean, I hate to state the obvious when I say things like this, but I'm like, what are the parents doing about it? You know, what are the parents doing? Like, how do they not know their teenage daughter is in a shopping centre getting drunk? Really? You know? I would be asking, like, if it was our teenager, I would be, after a certain length of time, I'd be like, where is he? Why has he not returned home? Parents just don't seem to care. They want an excuse to get their kid out the door. Their kid out the door, you know. They don't want to deal with their children anymore, and that's the problem. Teenagers like 14 or teenagers like 19. I'm going to assume that the person who told me about them, when she says teenagers, she'd say mid to late teens. So between 14 and 18, you know. We do have a problem. There are kids that are causing problems. I happened to see a group of them the other day, leaving the shopping center. And there seems to be a problem at the moment with a lot of breakages and things like that, you know. General antisocial behavior. Are you... Do you know what? I'm gonna make a shield. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a shield. I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna use my shield. Not enough social space for kids, in my opinion. The fields get built on the sports and community centers. What happened there? K9! Hello, K9. How are you, buddy? Welcome on in. K9 resubscribed for 14 months. Sorry, no, not resubscribed for 14 months. That part is broken. Resubscribed 54 months. Thank you so much, K9. Can we get some love in chat for the wonderful, the one, the only K9? Everybody. You're not wrong. You're not wrong in that the problem, it's a twofold problem. It's kind of like use it, don't abuse it, or you lose it. The problem is that when they had this stuff, like even now...
Claire4UK wants to insult a random person. If you were any more inbred, sociable, Steve, you'd be a sandwich.
We've heard that one before. Like the play park near to where we used to live had to be closed down because teenagers would come in and wreck the place. Like a place that could be used for them, they vandalized, you know. So it's a double-edged sword, really. Nobody ever insults a random K9. No, that's true. All right, here we go. Where did teenagers go? We do have a YMCA here. Which is kind of, and there are youth clubs and stuff. It's that parents don't send their kids to them. They don't sort of like the kids that are causing trouble are not the same kids that do go to the clubs that we have. That is, you're not wrong, Cyber. That does tend to happen too. Okay. Oh, you're there. Okay, gotta eat. When I worked in McDonald's, we banned a lot of teenagers. Hello, yes. I could see why. When I was a teenager, we went to the mall. No malls exist. Very few malls exist now. They're here now. The teenagers with the pallets. You see the amount of wood pallets. Yeah, they are now. It is now that Easter is done. It's now time to start collecting for the bonfires. You sat on the streets. I grew up out in the country. I grew up out where my nearest neighbor was a mile away. So like I grew up in the country. So all I did was run around the garden. You know what I mean? I didn't have a social space. I don't think I was particularly destructive in my social space. Oh, random ones trying to get into McDonald's. Are you in McDonald's? Are you in McDonald's at the moment? Do you live there? I grew up in a city. It was about 10 minutes away from a football field to go run around and get rid of my angst and energy. I feel like this is a tough one because I don't think that I don't think that the blame can be laid squarely on, like, it's twofold. It's partly on the fact that there are no places, no free and easy and accessible places for these kids, but also it's partly to do with the parents and lack of parental control. And part of the problem is that a lot of the parents don't want to be parents. I hate to say this, they were made to be parents, you know, and they didn't want to be. And then they decided that instead of stepping up and accepting that responsibility, like some people, that they would just ignore their responsibility. Ooh, iron. It's just how it is, really. You do live in McDonald's? Using their free Wi-Fi? As a latchkey kid, my parents had reminders on TV at 10 p.m. to remember they had children. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your child is tonight? You got faster 5G? Oh dear, that's terrible. How much is it? How much is it that things are really getting worse, and how much is that we're getting old? I do not believe that when I was a kid, Steve, that kids my age were as destructive as they are now. And I know for a fact that, like, if I would have, if I'd have been as destructive as what I've been seeing, and my parents found out, I'd have been slaughtered. My parents would have not just accepted responsibility, they'd have made me accept my responsibility for it. Kids these days they have no fear. They don't care. Maybe things were just as bad, just you weren't in those places that you're in now, so didn't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think that that's the case, Steve. There wasn't the amount of... There wasn't the... what is essentially amounting to civil unrest. I hear something. Ah! Ooh. Okay, I see you. Let's put a light up there. Gotta be careful. Alright, we're fine. Where is that zombie though? Check the loot. Ooh, dime a dozen. What is it? What did that get us? Well, you know what? That's pretty good. Anything else here? The skillet, potion of mana.
Jesus Christ, how long is this commercial break gonna be?
Rope. Do you know what? We'll chuck all this in the ground. There we go, and then I'll chuck it in my backpack. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? There we go. It's a tricky issue for sure. Definitely multiple factors, but something for someone more intelligent to fix. That is definitely the truth. I am not an intelligent person, and I would never. I don't have a solution. There's no simple solution. There's no free and easy solution. The lights are red. I gotta run a commercial break, people. I gotta do commercial things, which will give me ample opportunity to top up my glass and take a quick bio break, which I'm sure you all needed to know. But I will be back as quickly as possible. I kind of actually want to get to the surface before I do. Waffles. Yes, waffles. They're waffly versatile. Takes me back to my gaming days. Well, I am gaming. I'm lost. Basically. I appear to be lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a torch and then I'm going to park myself here for the commercial break. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, a quick BRB screen. I'm going to run and sort all my stuff out and I will be back as quickly as possible. In the meantime, for those of you in Twitch, enjoy this commercial break or this BRB screen and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh. Let's go one at a time. What? Why? I'm elected! No! Built this city on rocks and snow. It's Phasma related and begins with the letter F. F! F! Iceland Queen. F! F for fuck's sake! Fucking F! Aw, crap. Oh, Steve, why would you, why? Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Oh, you thought you were hard enough? Oh, never mind. Alright, remind me to play with Leon in a minute. Sounded wrong. I think I'm in like with you. Spider cat shouldn't be a thing, it shouldn't. This is not, I'm dead. Balls! Who would honestly pay to see all of this sexy body? You know, I'm stuck in a plant. I think a rabbit fish. It's pretty big. I've seen bigger. Fuck! My milkshake brings all the boys to you. Alright. I have to get back to work. Ah! Go away! Hey, go away. Oh, crap! Ooh! Thank you. Crap. I can't possibly escape in time. Dinner. That's right. Oh, wow! Now you know. Oh.
Oh, I
It's girth is what matters, I'm told. At least that's what Beck says to make me feel better. You're upsetting my karma. I only have 7 of these left. Me no like yo. Running. I'm running. My house did that. What is it? Everyone in between. Hey! Oh crap! No! Don't kill the polar! No! I am gorgeous. No! Nice to meet you. What do you think of the stream today? Psst. Very good. That's nice to know. So as you can see, I'm sailing away In my boat with my stray. Ah, no! Oh, crap! No! My name is Bert the Giraffe. Hello, Bert the... You're huge, Tink! How did that happen? What happened? Oh, dear. Pardon me. Here we go. A poll has been started. Would you rather be able to travel to any historic period or travel to any future time? That's a tricky one for me. I feel like I'd like to travel to the past, if I'm being honest. I'd love to see certain things, like ancient Egypt and stuff like that. If I knew that I wasn't going to be instantly killed as a witch or something, I feel like I'd want to go back to the past and see, you know, learn about all sorts of interesting things about pharaohs and stuff, you know, and experience it. You like your grub, is that why? That makes sense. I know what to expect in the past. It was time of possibilities than paying credit card. Yeah, that's true. You could go into the past and just speculate, lay down a few simple bets, you know. Tink killing everyone. It's because Tink is a master assassin. Oh yeah. Oh crap! That's not good. That's not good. Fine. We're all good. We did it. We done did it. Oh, that reminded me. What did a diamond dozen? Own 10 instants per player, loot containers, and collect your reward. I have opened 10 of those? Wow. Go 500 years ago and invent electricity. How would you invent electricity? You're like a ninja. I cannot dispute that. I don't know enough about ninjas to be able to dispute that, so I will agree you are like a ninja. Just out of interest, is there anything? Nope, nothing useful. We did go down there, didn't we? I think we did. Magnet wire motion equals electricity. Do you think that would be financially beneficial? Do you think you could make money from that? I feel, again, investment. I feel go back a significant amount of years, but not too far back, and then invest in, like, Apple. You know, invest in Apple and Microsoft, and then flip back to the future. You would need to invent it. Just figure out how to harness lightning. Beyond that, all you need is a strong magnet and some copper. But again, you couldn't capitalize on that. The whole purpose of it for me would be to capitalize. If I'm not going back to learn about pharaohs and shit, I would want to capitalize on time travel. And that to me is the most sensible. None of your bets or anything like that. No gambling on sports events like in Back to the Future. Bitcoin, that would be another one. Yeah, invest in Bitcoin. It sounds so stupid, but yeah, I would consider that, you know, as an option. You know what? I'm going to take that water because I kind of need it. You could own the world with electricity and gunpowder 1500 years ago. You could do, but what benefit would it actually... Again, 1500 years ago, doing something like that is probably more likely to get you killed. You know? That's my thinking anyway. You know what? I'm not worried about all the way over there. Let's sort. Ooh, we got a lot here. There we go. We just dump it all on the ground and put it in the backpack, yeah? I see a diamond behind. That's cool. Nice. And a name tag. Oh, we can name it. We could name Oz's dog now. Is that it? Alright. We can name Oz's dog now. Why do I gotta be a downer? 1890s to early 1900s, invest in oil. Yeah, and then can you like leave it? Because I feel like if you could time travel to the past, you'd want to, you'd kind of want to go to the future again. You'd want to return to the future, or you'd have to maybe return to the future. And so you'd want at least survival. You could go back in time and be Elon Musk's father. No, thank you. Well, you invented and got to be a king, and then you're set for life and have your name in history. Would you like to live in would you like to live 1500 years ago in those times, Steve? With everything we have now, would that be what you would like? I would miss technology too much. You know, I would miss technology too much. I would want my tech, which is why to me it makes sense to invest in tech, so I can be a tech magnate at some point, you know? No emails or spam calls. They're not the worst thing in the world for me to deal with. I think you've got, you know, you've got tuberculosis to worry about. Really? Like, that is a bigger worry. If I had to take a spam email or tuberculosis, I'd take spam. Really? JT would invent Facebook before Zuckerberg. No, I would try and prevent Facebook from existing. I know the irony is that here I am streaming to 3 different social medias, but I think social media has a lot to do with the not downfall of civilization or decline in civilization, but a few of the problems that we're facing are down to would be down to it. You know what I mean? JT would. No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not. No, I would not. I would just. I have to be very careful, K9. I can't say things like that. I don't think I would. I just would find other ways to make it fail. Hi, duck guy. You get him a girlfriend, then he'd be too busy with her to make Facebook. Easier said than done. If I'm being honest, I do believe that Mark Zuckerberg has ASD. When you look at him, and I compare him to how our kids kind of get on, and he does remind me of them a bit. I mean, that's just an assumption. It's just a wild guess. Ooh, did I go down there? I don't know if I did. We gotta light it up. How's Duck Guy? Duck Guy, woo! I don't know. There are a few, what I would say are tells. Facial expression, you know, lack of expression is one. And you have to admit, he is smart. His intelligence, he's pretty clever, you know. Been super busy because someone had someone move into the spare room at work, so lots of run around getting sold. You get everything sorted out though. He's ASD smart though, yes. Definitely smart, but not wise, I would imagine. feel like Bex has been here, but I'm not sure. I don't, like, we normally don't put torches in the middle of the floor. Settle just keeps asking for cigarettes every 5 minutes because he smokes like a chimney. And he does that at work? Oh, wait. Sorry, never mind, I know what you do. I thought you were like, he's an employee. I was like, hang on a second. You should have given context. Yeah, a little bit. It took me a while to remember. Okay. If I could jump. Honestly, the best thing to do would be go back to around the mid-80s and start investing in IBM, Apple, Microsoft, and then Amazon in the 90s. 100%. That is what I would do. Definitely those three. My dad had the opportunity to invest in Apple, and he never did. No, we frequently kick ourselves about that one. But then, my dad... I have a friend who he basically would have, you know, he had the touch of death about him. He bought Betamax. He bought mini discs. He bought HD DVD. And by HD DVD, you just knew it was going to fail. Everything that he invested in, that even though it was the better medium, was going to fall. Laserdisc! You know, it was going down the pan. You just knew. And I feel like that would have been the same with my dad. And investing, good lord. And investing in, oh, that looks like a terrifying spider. And investing in Apple. I guarantee if my dad had invested in Apple, Apple would have failed. He had that kind of luck about him. He never invested in the right thing. Ah!
Claire 4 UK wants to insult a random person. Claire 4 UK thinks Wi-Fi passwords are just polite suggestions.
Yeah, they might be. Could be. Who knows? Unlucky, Claire. Unlucky. My granddad did a lot of it. Blah, 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 blah. My granddad did a lot of investing when my dad was young. Very dodgy cash-only investments. I used Investopedia Stock Simulator, invested in several real-world stock. I started with $10,000 US. I was in the red in 30 days. Yeah, I feel like I would love to mess about with investing, but then I'd fuck it up too much. You know, I feel like I would mess it up. Made him a load of money. Interesting. Were there odds attached to his investments? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A couple of grand on the GGs. You made over £100 overnight with crypto. Where are these skellies coming from? Ah, crap! I'm gonna die. I'm totally gonna die. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna eat. And I'm not gonna die. Lost it all, but it was fun while it lasted. Yeah, I kind of wish that I jumped on the crypto thing. A few of my friends did and made a little bit of money. Nothing major. Tank wants to insult a random person. JT could misplace the sun. In this country, that's easy. The sun's currently shining through our back window into the kitchen. I didn't know it did that until tonight. Kitchen's brightly lit. When a mummy skeleton and a daddy skeleton love each other very much. That's how baby skeletons are born. Thanks, K9. They bone. Haha! That's good. Yeah, I do. I'd love to play the investment game. I'd love to have like a little bit of cash, disposable income to just chuck in an investment, you know, to fuck around with, basically. You know, a little bit. Ah, there you are. Hello. Yes. Come on. Yep, there you go. Just to mess about with and see how well I get on. I want that iron. But every time I step out here, a skeleton tries to kick my butt. See what I mean? I'm told you my partner's plan. She's saving. Mother of pearl! I'm told you my partner's plan. She's saving up to get her personal license and hopefully get assigned her own pub through her boss's pub company he works for. Excellent! Oh, that'll be something new. Hopefully the pub she works at now because we get a 6-bed flat with it.
Tink Plays wants a compliment. Your
That's
ability
good.
to approach life with unapologetic uniqueness is something to be admired. Tink Plays Charwas.
Yes, it is. Unapologetic uniqueness. You're nothing if not unique, Tink. Nothing if not unique. Right, let's go to the mine. Let's try and recover our stuff. I don't think it's going to be easy, but we're going to risk it anyway. Pubs used to be inns, so they have a lot of bedrooms. Yeah. Hello, snail. I see that creeper. Before the rooms are meant to be rented out, but that's optional in the pub contract. That's pretty cool. Hello, JT. That would be weird. What are you doing? I'm talking to the snails. Not here. Is this a new world? This is a Create Mod server. It's basically using Throwlash's Create Nations mod pack, and I managed to throw a server together with it. So that's what we're playing on, and it's pretty awesome. Okay. Only, yeah, I haven't really spent a lot of time on it because I'm not actually the biggest fan of Minecraft. I've said this before. I'm not a Minecraft fan, really, but I'm playing it just because Zero kind of asked nicely. Playing means unaliving in this scenario. Yes, it does. Does anyone ever watch any of Pirate Software stuff? Thor. He talks a bit about the phrase unaliving, and how it was basically just used as a way to get around TikTok's censorship so you would stay monetized and stuff. And how really there's no point in saying unalived. It was a rather interesting watch. And the TTP metric? What's the TTP metric? Time to pee? 10 trains perniciously. Total toilet paper. I couldn't be a full-time TikToker if zero verbal filter and would say things that would get me demonetized. Total tick population? Could be. There are a lot of them out there. Whenever you give players some kind of creative content, they will create a Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I've seen that before. Of course, that's true. Fairly accurate. Bear with me. Have I got back to the start again? I think I have. I did go back to the start again. Okay, this is mindly frustrating. You create male members in... Really? Out of rice? You play with your food? It's 2 Scotch eggs and a sausage. Oh, I am not surprised. I am singularly unsurprised, Tink. You win, you wash male members at work. I didn't need to know that. All this information, it's too much for me. At no point did I need to know any of that. Okay, deja vu. Here we go. Here we go. Been there, that's not the place to go. But now you know all of our secrets. I'd rather, to quote Cypher from The Matrix, ignorance is bliss. You're just confused? Are you still in McDonald's? Have they just gone, sir, this is a Wendy's, just to confuse you even more? You're not? Okay. Dude, so many jokes in your head. Go on, Claire. Oh, I'm moving. I'm stuck. My chair's rolling. They see me rolling. They're wondering what's going on. Just learned the other day the actor who played Cypher was in an episode of MASH. Joey Pants. Joey Pantoliano. There we go. Pantoliano. Isn't that right? Joey Pants. Give Tank a laugh. She's had a long week. Haven't watched MASH in years. War is hell. No, war is war and hell is hell. Of the two, I prefer hell. Some solid moments in MASH. Right, so I died just up there. How do I get there? Fuck it. This is how we find out. This is where I died. My name is JT, and this is where I died. In that hole, no less. And I think I came at it from here. Where am I in relation to that? Where? Oh, shit, I've lost it. Oh, crap. Oh, nutsack. Right, we're gonna have to figure it. War is war and hell is hell. Of the two, war is worse. How do you figure that? There are no innocent bystanders in hell, but war is chock full of them. That's very true. Where did I die? Over there, didn't I? Here. I died here. I'm gonna have to. Can I mark this on a map? If I mark it, can I put a temporary waypoint? Yeah, right here. That's what we want. All right. Okay. That helps. So now let's go look at this waypoint, and this waypoint is over here. It sounds like a Black Sabbath song. That'd be War Pigs, wouldn't it? Right. There is where I am. So I'm not far away. I just have to figure out how to get there. And I don't have any tools. Okay, so it's somewhat problematic. That is the problem. I don't have tools. I do not have the tools to get where I need to be. And I can't find a stairway. I can't find how I got up here. Is there... Oh, okay, I know there. I think I know there. I think I went up here. This is where I went up. So those 2 bits of wood. Yeah, this is where I went up. Those 2 bits of wood. So I gotta find those 2 bits of wood, and then we're flying. The way you can stand right up and right under. No, I kind of have to.
Claire 4 UK wants to insult a random person. You are the human equivalent of leg cramps, the duck guy.
Oh, that's so bad. The human equivalent of leg cramp. Wow. That's harsh. That is so harsh. But yeah, I grew up. Yeah, leg cramp. I get foot cramp a lot these days. Get that. You kind of have to go, just grin and bear it, just work through the pain. Really sore. You know, write it out exactly. Exactly. Alrighty. The place I'm looking for will eventually show up. I know what I'm looking for. Because I pointed it out a while ago and went, that's interesting. So I'll just keep looking for it. Don't think it's here. Because we're going down. I actually want to go up. Yeah, that place is a dead end. It's alright. It'll show up. We're fine. We keep talking. We can keep talking. Blah and blah. Blah 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 Moses. What were we talking about before I got killed? I forget. Apart from MASH. Male members? No, not that. Thor. Oh yeah, and unaliving. The phrase unalive. How it's kind of pointless. Deja vu. All over again. Are you? Yep, you're dead end. TikTok censors the weirdest words. It's not... Well, in what way do you mean that TikTok censors the weirdest words? Because a lot of the time it's the actual content creator that's doing the censoring. For whatever reason. I died here! I made it! Ta-da! I'm back, baby! Alright, can I... Is there anything here that's gonna kill me? I should eat first.
Tink Plays wants to insult a random person. Jay Tanbex counts sheep to fall asleep, but forgets the numbers.
That's true! I do! And then I start again. But I don't actually count sheep. I just count. That's what I do. I count for a little bit. Bridge touches? That's very cool. That's very nice. I hear another skeleton. I want to harvest this. There it is. Hello. Die. You can't say gay, disabled, or cigarette. What's stopping you? What? Jeez! What happens when you do? Some people have reported getting issues with TikTok after using cow or goat in a video. I watch a content creator in a remote Scottish island who she raises her own goats and has cows. She is Wonky the goat at the moment. The Wonky the sheep. Apparently they censored words on TikTok. I just looked it up. You want goats? Goats are notorious bastards. Just so you know. All right, I think no. I hear another skeleton. They are notorious bastards. Oh, you are. There is a skeleton. You're there. You're not supposed to be able to do what you just did. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, lucky me. What did you send to me? Hang on. Did Claire send me something? Do. What did you send me? The TikTok who you talking about? Which one? The wonky goat lady? Can't remember her name, but I've been watching her for a while. I saw her when she found Wonky. Rice? Do we need? I think we might actually need rice. You know what? I'll put you in there. I don't know how we do that. There we go. Okay, so that's good. Augmented arrows, we'll do that. Any of this? Do that. Beetroot seeds, tomato seeds. None of this other stuff I need. I'm not interested in that. Okay. We're now safe. All that for that little iron. Oh, that's really frustrating. Tell it. Oh, no, wait. There might be some over here. Look at that. There's some over here. We're okay. Tyree T, is that what it is? Join us for a cuppa. Call us for a cuppa. Yeah, that's right. She's a very good content creator. She kind of I mean, she points out some of the obvious things, you know, like she raises these sheep and they ultimately they are for food. They do tea as well. Yeah. Although I'm not that into tea, so I've never actually considered buying it. Right, I want to get out of here. I've spent enough time underground. I want to see daylight. How do we get out of here? Not that way. Just keep going up until we can go up even further. You don't do tea. You don't do tea or coffee. You just iron brew, isn't that right? Unless they did iron brew flavored tea. That would be you. You'd be sorted. Iron brew is amazing, to be fair. I don't think I've had it a long time, if I'm being honest. Couldn't live without coffee. I do love my coffee. I'm a big fan of the of coffee. I don't ever drink coffee at work, then I drink way too much. I drink coffee. Full stop. I drink coffee. I just like coffee. I just really like it. I just think it's kind of neat, you know. How can I go put up? All right. This is not the way I. Oh no, it is. It is. It totally is. Look, there's the way out. You have free coffee in work. See. That's what you got to do. Anyone ever have that? The cassava cat poo coffee. Cassava. No, I've not had cat poo coffee. It's too bloody expensive. If I'm being honest, that's the biggest issue I have with it. And then I drink it until they tell me I'm doing it wrong. You think the a cafe near you sells it? So would you, as a one-off, would you consider something like that? Like, there would be a lot of things that I wouldn't, for that coffee, like, I wouldn't buy a kilogram of it because it's too bloody expensive. But I would try a mug of it, because although that'll be expensive, it wouldn't be as expensive as a cup of it. You know, there's been once in a while I've tried things that you would go, oh, that's bloody expensive, you know. I think really the most expensive thing I've tried food-wise, or I bought food-wise, would have been a Chateaubriand steak, which was to share. And I think I also had a Wagyu beef steak, and they're getting a little bit cheaper now. Bex has tried a very expensive whiskey before. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I've got to name this dog Pointless. I need an anvil. Do I have an anvil here? I don't think I do. I think anvils are too expensive. Do we have an anvil? Anybody? Bueller, and I see you. Well, I worked at Asda. I mostly did the meat, chilled, or alcohol. During Christmas, we had very expensive meat cuts and 200 bottles of whiskey. This whiskey was more expensive than that, I tell you that much. Bex would be able to tell you how much. As for the meat, yeah, the Chateaubriand's probably the most expensive steak I've ever had. It was something like £80, but we split it in half. Do I have more coal? Do I have coal in my inventory? 9 coal? After all of that, I only got 9 coal. It seems a bit low. You've never had anything expensive? Something to save up. Would there be anything you'd want to? I don't know. I know it doesn't seem excessive or expensive, but saffron. We stocked a lot of saffron, which is like £20 a gram. Yeah, saffron is very, very expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. I can't remember. There's another spice / herb that's horrendously expensive. But saffron's expensive because of how it's harvested. Really expensive drink? That's what you'd go for? Well, that makes sense. Are you telling me that the entire time I've been here, you've not grown? Why do I feel like... Oh, is there gotta be a... Oh, you stupid asshole! There's gotta be a storage thing on top. Oh, that's been harvested and wasting all that... Right. Let's store some of this crap that I have. Store. And then... Oh, there is a barrel in there. That's bloody frustrating. There we go. Yeah, I'm not, I don't know about expensive drink. Because I'm not a big drinker, so it would be, I feel like it would be kind of pointless for me. You know? Expensive food would be much more my style. I would give that a go. More so if nobody else, or if I didn't have to pay for it. Sorry for me yawning. I'm very tired now. Right, are we in a position to figure out what we're gonna do here? I think what I need to do, I need to make gearboxes. Yeah, I think I need to make gearboxes. I'll have to make my andesite alloy first. We'll go from there. I'd love to try expensive food if I didn't have to pay. Anything you'd consider saving for? I want to know what really expensive vodka tastes like. I can tell you for free, vodka. I can tell you for free, Tink. The more expensive the vodka, the less you can taste it. Really expensive vodka, it tastes like water. Apparently. The more expensive it is, the less you can taste it. Which is why really cheap vodka tastes like rocket fuel. Why am I here? Oh yeah, I'm looking in the wrong inventory. There we go. Let's make a bunch of nuggets. Okay, that's possibly too much. Too many nuggets. Let's dump that in the ground, and that in the ground, and that in the ground. Okay, we're now picking up. Is it as strong? I'm not sure. I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Right. Andesite alloy, please. That seems like so much. But we've got 61 andesite now. Andesite alloy. So that's not bad. Pub around here serves zebra steak, and that's quite expensive apparently. I once stayed, every year, every Christmas in Belfast, they do this continental market. And there are people come from all around the world, and they sell all sorts of things from all around the world. A lot of food. I tell this story quite often about how I got the chance. Basically, you could try. They had kangaroo burger, they had crocodile burger, alligator burger, emu burger. I went and I asked if I went and bought Crocodile Burger, I think it was. I get up to the thing and it's up there. You're standing there and the dude's kind of up a little bit. Yes, mate, what do you want? And I go, Crocodile Burger, please. And he goes, hang on a second. And he reaches down and starts cooking something. And then up comes a burger. He hands it to me on 2 slices of, in a burger bun. And I eat it. Tastes just like a steak burger. Like, you've no way. There was no way. I didn't see him chuck the meat on the grill or anything. So I've no way of knowing if he actually sold me what I bought. Like, what I paid for. You know what I mean? It tasted exactly like any other meat on a... it tasted like a dirty burger. You know what a dirty burger is. Basically, street food. Street burger. Let's do the digging. Let's do the layout for this. That's what I think the next thing is I want to do. Street burgers, exactly. A dirty burger is amazing, but it just didn't taste any different to any other dirty burger I've ever had. And that's the thing that kind of frustrated me. You know, I wanted to experience something new, and it didn't feel like I did. I have no doubt I was. To me, I have no doubt that I was calm. Okay, well, one, we need to be further down than we are. I think what I need to do is put a clutch under here. Not a clutch, a gearbox under here. Yeah, there's gotta be... If I do that, will it continue to turn? It should continue to turn. Gearbox is the next thing. And how do I make a gearbox? I suppose I've got to make cogs and shit, don't I? Right, we're gonna go out this way. That's the center. That's 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to start working our way up like that. Oh, good lord. Okay. Is it safe? It's not so safe. That does not make it safe. Right, let's go make gear sticks and stuff. Gearbox in Alright. Cheers. That's my... Ah! It was bound to happen. This place is dangerous. Dangerous. Why am I still there? Surely at some point I've got to despawn, right? Rip me. Used to be a mod for paper that you could, or spigot, A graveyard mod, so when you died, you actually, your body ended up in a graveyard you could go and visit and recover your stuff from. Alrighty. Gearbox, that's what I was gonna do. Pardon me. Got the hiccups. Skeleton's a dick. Right. Presumably gearbox is what we want, right? Yes. Okay. And for that we obviously need gears. So we need those. And we're missing... How do we make gears? We don't have any items that can make gears. Oh yeah, our inventory's full. Right, let's chuck a... Let's chuck that in there. Let's merge that. You can go in there. So can you. Backpack. Main backpack. So that's you. You can go here. And then... Now can we make the cogs? Oh, we're missing those? We made a... Did we not make a bunch of those? Oh, we didn't. I thought about it and then decided not to. There we go. Try again. We're getting there, people. I need 4 of them, don't I? Okay, we also need to make andesite casing. Which I don't want to do over there because that bloody skeleton is going to kill me. Can I kill it first? I want to see if I can kill it first. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack. Hacha! See, that's it. You're a dick. I think that that's not fair. Basically, the mobs can just sense you no matter what way they're looking. I think that the Minecraft mobs should have a field of vision. I have to look at puppies! If you get a puppy, I want to see the photos. Put the photos in the Discord, Sandra. See what puppy you get. We want to see it. Have a good rest of your day, Situated Tundra. Thank you very much for coming along. Appreciate you. You're a legend. Absolute legend you are. Right. What am I doing? Gearbox. Oh no, andesite casing. Oh god, John. JT needs to pick something and stick to it. That isn't actually what I was going to do. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to make a tree farm. That's what I was going to do today. I feel like I don't have a lot of time to make a complete tree farm, but we can at least start somewhere. You know, we can make a start of a tree farm. And we'll do it up here. We might as well. Although I can't remember how to do that. We need a twisty thing. A crankshaft? No. Twisty thing. Twisty shaft thing. At create mod. What's in the create mod that shaft? It's not a shaft though. I feel it's definitely more of a mechanical thing. Linked controller, mechanical mixer. Do you know what? Can't remember. That's frustrating, isn't it? extendo grip, wand of symmetry, world shipper, schematic cannon. Am I off camera? I'm not. Ooh, I fixed it. Gantry shaft. That's what I think I've got to make, is a gantry shaft. Alright, so I've got to make a few of those. We've got to get some redstone, and we've got to decide how long it's got to be. I think 16 seems like a decent enough distance. 16 seems like a decent enough length. Don't need the stupid cabbage seeds. Right, gantry shaft. 16. Boop, like that. Let's store some of this crap that we don't need. You can all go there. There we go. Sort. Okay. Do you know what, folks? I think I'm going to wrap up a bit early. I feel like suddenly I'm really tired. My brain's starting to slow down. So that's I think is a good signal for me to stop now and maybe just go and chill with the kids for the last half hour before they go to bed. So that's what we're going to do. Boop, 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 boop. What do I need to do? Disconnect. Flick over to the intro screen. Say goodbye to everybody over in TikTok for joining.